All right, writers, here we are. Another lesson today where you get to add a text feature into your informational book. These are looking so amazing. And yesterday you added your table of contents, which goes in order of the book and it tells you what each of the different sections of the book are going to be about. Well, today we're going to add the index. So you might remember from your reading lesson that the index goes on the end of the book and it tells you exactly what page you can find information about certain topics in. So it's not just the subtopics of the whole book, it's even smaller ideas than that. So in order to create your index, you are actually going to need some kind of a scrap piece of paper. Okay? It could be a notebook. It could even be your whiteboard if you want. You're not going to need it after today, but you're going to want to look at each of your pages and think like, what would be a word from this page that if somebody was reading this book and they wanted to find something, they might want to find something about this word. Okay, so I'm going to model that for you right now, how I would do that with my book. So what you're going to do is you're going to start on your first page. You're going to reread it. And as you're reading it, you're just going to be thinking, is there a word I could use in my index? So if somebody's looking for something specific, then they would know that that word is on this page. So I'm going to go ahead and start here. It's amazing what's the job of the brain? It's amazing to think about all the jobs of the brain. First, one job of the brain is to help us learn. When we work hard and study, the information gets stored inside our brain so we can use it later. Another job of the brain is to control your body. That's right, when you want to move, your brain sends a signal to your muscles and makes them move. Other movements like breathing and blinking are controlled in the brain, and we do not even need to think about them. One last job of the brain is to feel and control your emotions. Your brain knows when you have a strong feeling, and you can use your brain to manage that feeling. To sum it up, the brain has many jobs. So I think on this page, I'm actually seeing 3 words. I'm seeing learn. So I'm going to write learn, move, and emotions. And so all I did was write those words just in a list here, because we're going to need to remember what the words are. And actually, I'm going to put a comma, and this is page 1. Move, these were all on page 1, right? So these were all on page 1. And something else that you can use, like you might think, what was my caption about? And then based on that, that might give you an idea for words that you would want to put in your index. There's no rule like this would be a perfect word or that would be a perfect word. So just pick a few words that you think would be important. I would say no more than 3 per page of your book. I'd say maybe anywhere between 1 and 3. Okay, then you're going to go to your next page. What does the brain look like? Have you ever wondered what the brain looks like? Let me tell you. For adults, the brain is about the size of a grapefruit or a really large orange. It's actually a pinkish grayish color. Also, there are lots of wrinkles in our brain. When you're born, your brain weighs only 1 pound and it grows to 3 pounds by the time you're an adult. Kids' brains weigh about 2 pounds. This one's a little tougher. So I can't, it's not the table of contents, so I can't just put the whole topic here. I don't think the word grapefruit is really going to make sense because it's not about grapefruits. It's just saying that that's how large it is. But weight, I think I could put weight on here, like how much does it weigh? So that was page 2. And I could also think wrinkles, like I know that wrinkles are a pretty important part of the brain. So again, I'm just going to add those onto the list. Learn, move, weigh, and wrinkles. So since those are on page 2, I just did a comma and then the number 2. A couple more pages here. What are the parts of the brain? There's different parts of the brain. The 3 main parts are the brainstem, the cerebrum, and the cerebellum. There are more parts than this, but we will just learn about these 3. Oops, I haven't finished all my writing, have I? So that helps me to know I need to go back and finish this page. but that gives me an idea. I think that the 3 main parts would be great words to put in my index. So brainstem, that is 2 words there, but because they go together, that's okay. Cerebrum and cerebellum. Okay, so again, all of those are on page 3. And then real quick, let me move down and do page 4 here. So how can you make your brain stronger? Did you know that you can actually do things to make your brain stronger? Well, you can. One important thing is to get enough sleep. Sleep helps your brain recover from all the hard work. I'm going to put sleep here. Exercise can also help your brain. It helps your brain to be able to focus what to do. Finally, believing in yourself really makes a difference. When you believe in yourself, it allows your brain to learn more. So I'm going to put sleep and exercise on here. Okay, so now I've got this nice list of different words. If you remember what order the index goes in, this can be tricky, but we can do it. Now that I've identified what words I want to put in my index, now I'm ready to get started actually creating the index in the book. Okay, so the index goes at the end. So make sure that you are clicked on the very last page of your book. We're going to do it similar to how we did the table of contents. You're going to go slide, new slide. At the top, you are going to name it index. It's just nice and simple, just the word index. Now, this is the tricky but kind of fun part. You have got to look at your words and you have to put them in alphabetical order. That's why I had you write them down on a scrap piece of paper. So if you remember, alphabetical order means we go in order from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z, right? And so whatever word would come first alphabetically, we're going to list first, and then second, and so forth. So you're going to look at your list of words, and you're going to think, I don't have any A words. Oh, I've got a B word here, though. I have the word brainstem, and that is on page 3. So I'm going to write the word here. I'm just going to put a comma, and then I'm going to put 3. My readers will know that that means the brainstem information can be found on page 3. Now I'm going to just make a simple cross through that so I remember I have already used that word. All right, now I'm going to think which word would come next. So after B would be C. Ooh, I've got a couple of different C words. So if you have different words that start with the same letter, then you go to the second letter. Oh my goodness, these words are really similar. The second letter is the same. The third letter, they both have an R. The fourth letter, they both have an E. The fifth letter, they both have a B. So I have to go all the way to the 6th letter. And cerebellum has an E, whereas cerebrum has an R. So I'm going to say cerebellum should come next because E becomes before R in the alphabet. So now I'm going to type that here. And that is on page 3. Now I know what's going to be next. Will also be on page 3. Ooh, you guys get that? That red line. By now you probably know if I use 2 fingers, I had it spelled wrong, so now I can fix it. I also accidentally capitalized that second letter. We don't need that one capitalized. Okay, so you get the idea. Now I'm going to cross those words off because I've typed them, and now I'm going to think alphabetical order, which word would come next? You know. All right, I won't go through this whole list because I am sure you want to get busy creating your own index. Second grade writers, you are so sophisticated making all of these text features. So can't wait to see those indexes. Be real careful with that alphabetical order and pick important words from your story for this. All right, I'll see you later, writers.